if they are, then because you are now so well aware, meaning you have a very good vision, without having to be told, without having to be directed, that you are aware. And so therefore, being aware of consequences, aware of where it leads, or it may lead, simply by watching, watching, observing, being aware, pretty much the same thing, or being mindful. Then, how to say, over time, and doing this repeatedly, of course, then over time, if you feel that any of these conditions should, that you can almost sort of predict, that if any of these conditions that are dependent on, are they giving rise to my emotions? Through the practice of mindfulness, then you also very well update, very well updated with how your anger sort of functions and how receptive it is. And so then accordingly you can, if you have to abandon, let's say, a certain dependency that we have, sometimes even literally, then we have no hands about abandoning them. And we won't have any resentment or regret internal. And so, these verses are sort of focusing on that. And so, I remember those strange words I used to use. Those three things just go along with us wherever we go. Because we are human beings, and human beings need to depend on others, and therefore it's a society. And so therefore, especially for practitioners, how to say, if you are not well aware, then these very simple things, it's just clean all the food, clean all the clothing, clean all the shelter, house, whatever. It could be a monastery, it could be a temple, it could be a center, it could be your home, anything. But these very simple things can suddenly turn into something very destructive, being a cause, an indirect cause for anger, an indirect cause for jealousy, an indirect cause for just not wanting to be happy, simple as that. Right. So I'll first read it together, then in English. And so it's that philosophy that was taught. And so now, as I said, there are two approaches. So one is through the philosophy. Because we associate ourselves with philosophy, so therefore, going through that direction, then we touch some core aspects of the Buddha Dharma, particularly in this case, meditation. So that's one way. The other way is just by following what is most natural to us, which is by following one's heart, one could say. Yeah. And that is to try to connect with the basic principles of life, yeah? Such as that of compassion. Well, probably compassion is still a very, maybe in some ways it's sort of noble and sort of spiritual term, but really sort of basic word, I would say like care, loving kindness. And it's the attitude of seeking for happiness and seeking for liberation from confusion. Yeah.
Karuna, and Maitri in Sanskrit words. Meditation is basically a way to come to realize that, I think. That's what it is.